Hi, I'm Tiffany Domino. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my website is howtoentrepreneur.org, and my mission is to help you grow a business from idea to enterprise. So if you or someone you know wants to start or grow a business, definitely stop by howtoentrepreneur.org and check out my free e-course. It's a framework to help you grow from idea to full-time income and from full-time income to enterprise if that's how far you want to go. So today we'll be talking about how to start a notary business. So if you've seen people who go around and they place these stamps of authorization on documents and you're interested in understanding how that business works and you're interested in helping people to authorize their documents, you want to know the requirements, the costs, what's a normal day like, and all those details, then you're in the right place, because that's what we'll be talking about here. We'll be talking about how to start a notary business. So if you're considering whether you want to start a notary business, it's possible that you're looking for a side hustle, or maybe you even want to grow the business to create a full-time income or more. The problem many entrepreneurs, including me, have when starting out is trying to answer these questions. What does the business require? Does the business line up with my personal goals? How much money can I make? And what is a normal day like? And you may also be concerned about other things specific to the notary business, like where do I get the stamps from? Do I have to do testing? And if so, where? And where do I find people who need documents notarized? I know how it is to have a goal and not to know the requirements. So I plan to be very comprehensive in this article so you know how to start a notary business and you can decide if this is a business you'll truly be interested in. So if that sounds good to you, let's get started. So first, let's talk about what is a notary business. There are some situations where a signature isn't enough to legally validate a document. Instead, at times you may need witnesses, fingerprints, or even a notary. A notary is a person who has received credentials and is given the authority to witness the validation of certain documents. They usually signify this authority by looking over documents, keeping a record of those they witness, and using a stamp or something of the like to imprint the document, notifying the receiving party that it's been overseen by a notary. So in comparison to other business opportunities, starting a notary business can be seen as a low-cost startup, and it can also be fairly flexible. Many people looking into something they can start with low overhead and flexible schedule may find the idea of starting a notary business to be ideal. So who is a notary business right for? The notary business is right for people who don't mind administrative work. It's a very administrative business. Those who are willing to pay attention to details. A lot of times you have to look over the paperwork and make sure both the company and the person signing or the person you're witnessing have done the paperwork correct. People who will be honest and objective. Sometimes you may have people who might give you an expired ID card, or they might not tell the truth, or they might sign before they come to you and they still want you to stamp. There's all kinds of situations, and you'll need to be honest and objective about each one. And those who are willing to satisfy the government requirements for election. There's different county requirements in some places, and there's also state requirements. So you'll have to look into the requirements and make sure that you satisfy those. And even after you get the election, you have to make sure that you secure it and you maintain the standard that's been instructed. So what's a typical day in a notary business like? It's going to range quite a bit depending on how much demand and how much supply of notaries there are in your area. As a notary business owner, it's likely you could have documents that range in terms of length, requirements, and purpose. You might be asked to witness document authorizations like mortgage applications, employment requirements, and many other types of business and legal dealings. Some might take a long time and some might take a shorter time. Aside from the work of physically witnessing document signings, I'd also recommend you split your schedule in the following 4 ways: acquiring the work, doing the work, managing the work, and strategizing about the work. So let me explain what I mean by that. When you're acquiring the work, as a notary, you might be completing applications online just by doing a brief search for where you can find notary opportunities. Then I was able to find different places that hire notaries as contractors, and you might be responding to different job boards like that. You could also be contacting companies who usually hire notaries. You could be sending your information to be on vendors lists. There's like the local government, the state government, and a lot of big companies, instead of hiring directly or calling a vendor when they need them, they'll have a vendors list that they go off of whenever they need the service. So if they needed a notary, they would go off of the vendors that have come to their company and introduce their services to them. So you might be submitting your information to be on vendors lists like that. You might also be responding to inquiries on your website. If you have your website set up and you've either optimized it for the search engines, or you've paid for ads that bring traffic to your website, or you're doing some type of social media marketing that's bringing traffic, or whatever you're doing to bring traffic to your website, you could be attracting people to your notary services that way. And when you do that, you'll have to respond to those people who are interested. You could also be posting ads to attract those people who might need the services. So all of these things are things you could be doing with your time when you're acquiring work. And so you'll have to spend enough time acquiring the work to make sure that you have enough clients on a consistent basis. When you're doing the work, you have to show up for authorization appointments. You have to meet the state requirements to sustain your credentials, and you have to provide customer support, whether that's sending paperwork to companies who hired you, printing documents sent to you, driving to and from locations if you decide to be a mobile notary, and doing your own administrative work. And then when you're managing the work, at some point you may decide to hire. So you could hire temporary employees, contractors or employees for longer periods of time. You could decide that maybe you don't want to do your own ads and maybe you want to hire it out to someone, or you could decide maybe you don't want to do your own social media anymore and you want to hire it out to someone, or maybe you decide you don't want to do your own bookkeeping and accounting and you hire it. There's so many things that you can offload once you have the groundwork laid and once you have the budget for hiring. And once it becomes that time, you should always be prepared by creating training that introduces hired help to your way of doing things. Every business is going to have their own way, their own nuances and caveats that they have in their business. So creating training would really be helpful so that you can maintain your efficiency in your notary business, and you can also hire people and give them the information and empowerment that they need to be able to work independently. Strategizing about the work. In order to continue working your notary business, you have to take time to plan. People always talk about doing a business plan and all those things, and it's really important. You have to think about what other opportunities you could have, what other markets you could serve, what skills you may need to improve, or what connections could be good for you and your notary business. So who's the target market for a notary business? The target market is very broad. Quite a few people use notary services. Most people that I know have used the notary at some point in time. So you would have businesses, governments, and consumers that could be your target audience. Some business or they require those who are employed for another reason to add notary duties into their job descriptions. For other businesses, they prefer to work with notaries as contractors and will hire businesses like yours. Even in some cases, the businesses who hire notaries, they might still have a shortage. Maybe they have a lot of documents or a lot of work that they need to do at some point maybe they're having growth pains or whatever the case may be, and they need to have a backup plan for their manpower to maintain the balance and to not have a bottleneck in their in the work they do. So don't write off companies just because they have a notary on staff. Still say, well, in case things get a little out of control, you don't have to say it like that, but in case things become overwhelming, then maybe consider my services. So with the businesses that prefer to work with notaries as contractors, then they can hire a business like yours. Both notary jobs and notary contract work can be found on job boards and various places online. Most businesses need notary services at some point, but to get them, they each may take a different approach. As a result, it's important for you to have your local citations done and complete your profile at local directories, and Bright Local can help you to see which local citations would be ideal. You can try them out for free and evaluate many of your local marketing needs through them. So I've done a review on my channel of a software called Bright Local. And basically with that software, you can pull up your website and you can look at the different citations or directories that you should be submitting your business information to. And Bright Local will really help you to identify some of those key areas. But if you aren't familiar with local search engine optimization, or you have a lot of questions about what you should be doing, then I definitely recommend you checking out my my coaching services that I give over at Wealthy Affiliate. And if you're interested in working with me so that you can get the maximum exposure for your notary business online, then definitely stop by How to Entrepreneur, and I actually will give you the invitation when you sign up for the free e-course. So let me show you. So when you go here to the free e-course, when you'll be able to get the information about my coaching services. I offer them to you free for 7 days. So definitely go try me out. Ask all the questions that you have for those 7 days. If you see the value, then we can continue working together. If you don't, then it's no problem, no hard feelings. So the government is composed of thousands of agencies, and they're a big customer of legal, medical, and financial services, which are 3 huge industries for notary businesses. As a notary business, you could respond to requests for proposal from the government to acquire notary contracts from the government. As a consumer, sometimes it's the consumers who initiate the transactions and require a notary. Maybe they might be trying to get a new job, complete paperwork for an existing job, get their kids into school, refinance their homes, or submit a legal claim somewhere. In many instances like these, they need to hire a notary. You can find these people by collaborating with businesses who typically refer people out to a notary, maybe like doctor's offices or schools, or even maybe sports camps and places like that. You can find companies who typically would give out applications and require documents to be notarized, and you can let them know that you offer notary services. So you can even do an affiliate deal with them where you pay for referrals or different things. It's really helpful if you understand affiliate marketing, because then you can possibly create a formal program and pay people for referrals to your business. But like I said, all of these opportunities can help you to find consumers that would be interested in your service. And this will ensure that when people type notary near me or similar keywords, your information can populate. So if you're interested in learning more about how to attract local business, then like I said, check out my coaching services at Wealthy Affiliate. You can get started for free. So how does a notary business make money? A notary business can make money in multiple ways, and here are 4 options. You can make money off of products. A notary business can get paid for products. They can sell additional copies. Maybe you're witnessing a mortgage signing or something like that, and the company only sent you 1 copy, or maybe they sent you no copies. You can either charge them or you can charge the recipient for additional copies, especially since you're using your either money to go and get copies yourself, or you're using your printer and your equipment. So that's a product that you can sell. Protective envelopes. A lot of times the documents that you're getting signed, people don't want them to be damaged. So you could include protective envelopes, maybe different types of them, and give options for how they can protect their documents. And you can also offer other office supplies that might help customers. Customers will now be authorizing their documents. So I recommend deluxe business products for custom branded office supplies. So when you're selling the supplies, they can also dually serve as advertising for your business. So if you sell the protective envelopes, then it can have something on the envelope that signifies that it came from your notary business. And the good thing about that is that it reminds them when they decide they need notary services again, then they can go and check out that envelope and use your services again. So it's good for repeat business, and it can also be good for referral business because they can refer your services to other people. So like I said, you can check out a lot of the custom branded office supplies at Deluxe Business Products, and I'll leave a link inside of this post so that you can get more information about that. And I also mentioned Bright Local, and I'll leave a link inside of this post so you can get more information about that as well. And if you're interested in trying out any of the services or any of the products that I mentioned in this video, some of them I am an affiliate of, so I may receive a commission when you decide to take action on any of the things that I mentioned. But I only mention things that will be really valuable for your business. So if you take action and I receive a commission, I would really appreciate your support. So if I'm giving you value, then I appreciate when people reciprocate. So as far as the services, I didn't finish with the products. A notary could also make educational products like online courses as they see a need or a niche that may need them. So maybe you find a niche that should be notarizing their documents, but maybe they're not, or maybe they're doing something completely wrong or that they should not be doing, but maybe they're just unaware. So when you find a hole in the market like that, then that's the perfect opportunity for you to create something like an online course. And like I said, all of these things are things I can help you with my coaching program. So when it comes to services, notaries are most commonly known for their services. They witness and they authorize documents. Other services you might not have thought of are teaching aspiring notaries, consulting, or form submission. So if you find other notaries, some people want to learn, more people want to learn about how to be a notary, how to start a notary business. And if you decide to start a notary business, it would be perfect for you to turn around and give back and help those other people that don't know how to do it. So you can actually charge for that, because if you have a system that's in place that's working for you, then it can help them to expedite the process for themselves. So you can get paid to teach aspiring notaries. You can also get paid to consult. Maybe there's a notary that's having a challenge in her business or his business, and it's something that you've already overcome, you can consult with them and charge for that consulting. You can also, like when the form submission is not included in the price that you've given, or when the company requests that you go the extra mile and you submit the forms instead of their customers submitting the forms. If that's something that wasn't included in the original agreement, that's also something that you can charge for separately. And then as far as affiliate partnerships, this is a little less common form of monetization for a notary business, but because I have a background in affiliate marketing, and because I've been making an income from affiliate marketing for the last year, it's also called referral marketing, and basically you get a commission for referring customers to a product or service of another business. So in your case as a notary, you could collaborate with companies like medical clinics, legal firms, or other companies you find yourself using, or companies you find yourself referring people to often, and you can form an affiliate partnership. A lot of companies are unaware of this type of marketing, but if you let them know, then you can also let them know of the tools and things that are available for them to track their affiliate program, and you can be paid fairly for each referral that you send over. And this would enable you to earn a commission every time you refer a customer to their product or service. And if you're interested in affiliate marketing, like I mentioned, my #1 recommended training platform is Wealthy Affiliate. They have a great, a large series on affiliate marketing. They specialize in that. They've been doing it for the last 15 years, and they have over 1 million students who have went through their program, and they have a really good reputation for teaching people successfully how to do affiliate marketing. And along with your membership there, I include my coaching services when you go through the links that I've included in this article. So what is the growth potential in a notary business? Now, there is lots of technology on the rise to make paperwork and signing easier. There's e-signing, credentialing, and all types of other verification methods that can be done virtually. Even with that, it doesn't seem like the notary business is slowing down very much. Many companies still want a signed and sealed copy of certain paperwork. And according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the notary career field is expected to grow by 2% for court reporters and by 5 to 8% for office and administrative support. So, like I said, it doesn't look like it's declining or even stabilizing. It looks like it's going to continue to grow. So on average, notaries are earning $49,500 as court reporters per year and $32,590 per year in other administrative positions and jobs. As a business owner, you'd have control of your earnings by putting yourself in the flow of demand for notary services. So really, wherever you notice people need the service, or wherever you see that there's a demand, you can really put yourself in that position. Whereas people who have jobs, they usually commit to focusing on that one client who is their employer. So if they're able to make $49,500 as court reporters and $32,590 as administrative positions within jobs, then I would say that you would have much more potential than that independently, as long as you're good at doing the 4 things that we talked about earlier: acquiring the work, managing the work, strategizing about the work, and doing the work. So as long as you have those things balanced out well, then the potential is even greater than what I've mentioned here. So what are the skills you'll need to make a notary business work? To make a notary business work, You need skills like negotiation and sales. You need basic bookkeeping to make sure you collect payments and track your expenses. You need the authentication skills you'll learn in the training. A keen eye for details so you can identify errors, mistakes, or omitted information. There aren't any education requirements, but most requests for notaries I've seen ask for high school completion. And you'd also need the ability to drive would be a major advantage, especially if you're trying to do a mobile notary service. Using something like the bus or even Uber might be a little bit more of a challenge to do on a regular basis. So what are the costs involved with a notary business? To start a notary business, the training and licensure ranges from $90 to $300 depending on the state you'll be working in. In addition to your licensure, you usually also need a bond. The bond costs an average around $300 according to my research, and they last the life of your license, or 4 years on average. Aside from licensure and your bond, I recommend you also have reliable transportation, especially if you'll be offering mobile notary services. So if you don't have transportation, this could the cost range could range quite a bit depending on what type of vehicle you want. There's a huge range in vehicle price, but I decided to be very conservative and choose a car that's probably in the range of $5,000. A website, a website will range. You can actually, at Wealthy Affiliate, they include 2 free websites when you try it out there. So that's why I've included that you can actually have a free website. And what they're including is not like it's not a blogger website or a Wix website where you can't transfer the content and where you have more limited customization options. You will be getting a WordPress website, and that's what powers the majority of the websites online. So for free, you can get a WordPress website. Now it will be on a .site Rubik subdomain. So instead of just having mynotarybusiness.com, it would be mynotarybusiness.siterubics.com until you decided to upgrade to a paid version. And for annual hosting, which is the storage of your intellectual property online, your written content, your videos, your graphics, and whatever else you decide to put on your website, all of that takes up storage space, and so you have to pay for the server if you decide to put it on your own website, and the hosting costs $400 a year, and you can host up to 50 websites. So my #1 recommended website builder is Site Rubix, and you can try the free version, and I meant to add that into this article, so I'll go back and edit this article so that all of the details are in there. So when you stop by How to Entrepreneur, you'll be able to just click through whichever resources and even build your website from this link. So I'll add all of that in here so it'll make it easy for you to try out the website builder and try out the WordPress website and try out different things and as you want to. So what are the steps involved in starting a notary business? I recommend that you start with the minimum viable business first. Then once you've got sales and confidence that you can really do this, then you add in the other things like the legal and the accounting. But those things should be done pretty much right away. Once you get the confidence that this is something you really want to do, definitely jump on those services as well. So #1, I recommend that you validate your idea. So when you're starting a notary business, it's likely that you're a little uncertain. You can do market research to validate it's a demand in your area for notary services, and ask trusted loved ones for their constructive advice to help boost your confidence. And once you got your licensure, your bond, set up your website, and start networking and marketing, you'll start to get clients. The first few clients will help you decide how you like the business type and whether it's something you can stick to. And once you decide that it's something you can stick to and your idea is validated, then it's time to commit and make the business a priority. You'll need to move your budget and your schedule around to make room for your business. It's at times like this where you'll have to make decisions about how you'll work in the business versus other places, how much time you'll spend on leisure and socializing, and how to reappropriate your budget. All of these things will be things you'll have to work out, and I recommend them being step 2. Then after you've done that and your idea is solid, you've prioritized the business, then it's time for you to build your brand. So once you have the time and the money thought out, then you have to think about how you're going to build a reputation for a business that doesn't have this in this world started without a reputation. But with consistent action, acquiring the work, doing the work, managing the work, and strategizing about the work, you'll be able to build a brand. And some other things to be mindful of when you're building your brand are your logo, your color palette, and your overall business aesthetics. So you can get help designing the aesthetics of your brand at Fiverr. And I have the information for Fiverr here in this article, but you can also go to howtoentrepreneur.org/Fiverr. That's my referral link. So any volume discounts or things like that I may get for sending people to Fiverr, you will get them when you go through that link. Number 4, start getting leads and traffic. So one of the large turning points in business is when you begin to get a consistent flow of interest in what you're doing. And this is a good sign. You'll be able to identify this when your email is getting consistent messages, when your phone is getting calls, and your website is getting inquiries. Get the training, the support, and tools your business for your business by going to my free course and check it out there. So I also have some extra resources here at this time when you're looking for leads and you're starting to get leads and traffic. That's when people will be asking a lot for your business card. Do you have a business card? Can I have your business card? So if you are looking for places where you need to buy business cards, these are the 11 best places that I recommend you checking out. And then with the coaching services, that's all to help you with getting leads and customers online. So that's the goal of the coaching, is to help you to be able to get consistent leads and customers using the internet. So convert the traffic into customers. Once you're having people emailing you, calling, and you're having all of this happen, sometimes entrepreneurs find that's where they get a bottleneck. They start to get leads and traffic, lots of calls, and they can't answer them all. Lots of emails, they can't respond to them all. They're getting lots of website inquiries and they can't even respond to them all. And the awareness of their business goes up, but they don't have a process to convert that traffic into customers. So make sure that you plan this process. You'll want to have a method for taking a person who doesn't know you from prospect to buyer. And the more you can leverage that system, the easier it'll be for you to scale. This process could mean you have a form on your website, a complete online checkout, you consult and close by phone, or whichever process you feel the most comfortable with. Number 6, you form your business legally. You may have to move this step up, but if you don't have to, I'd wait until you've proven the concept. It's something you want to stick to. And I said that before. Like a lot of people, they'll have a business idea, they get all excited about it, and then they incorporate and don't actually take action on the business idea. So if you're certain that you're going to be taking action and you'll be taking on the liability and the and dealing with the finances and things like that to make this business work, then incorporate. But if you are still on the fence trying to decide whether or not this can really work for you, I think you should prove the concept first before you decide to go this route. So if you incorporate before you make your decision, you'll still have compliance, and you'll also could have to need to do dissolution. which you don't want to have to go through those processes. It's just a waste of time and money if you aren't decided. So if you wait until you've tested out the process and you know it's something you'll want to commit to doing, then you can incorporate to take advantage of the tax breaks and the legal liability protection that comes along with incorporating. So I recommend Swift Filings for help with incorporation because they have legal professionals who make sure your paperwork is done right. They can help you decide which state and business structure is most appropriate, and they're affordable. So you can check out Swift Filings by stopping by this article and clicking on this referral link. Again, any volume discounts that I get with any of the links included in this video will be yours if you decide to click the links. And you can also go to howtoentrepreneur.org/Swift Filings. Again, howtoentrepreneur.org/Swift Filings. So I also have some different options. Maybe you want to do some alternative shopping. So these are 5 best places to incorporate online. You can check those out as well. So organize your books, number 7. When you're spending and receiving money in your business, it can get difficult to keep up with what's going on. The government requests taxes be filed quarterly or annually, depending on your business type, and you don't want your business finances to slip through the cracks, which is why I recommend you find an accounting solution. I recommend either FreshBooks or QuickBooks for managing the financial data in your notary business, whichever is the easiest for you to understand. In my household with 2 entrepreneurs, we use both FreshBooks and QuickBooks. FreshBooks works best for my marketing agency since I don't have inventory or other things, and QuickBooks works best for my husband's construction company. So it'll be necessary for you to decide which is best for you, and you can take a look at the reviews that I have to see kind of some pros and cons of each. They both have free trials, so it's no risk to try either of them. You can go to howtoentrepreneur.org/QuickBooks, or you can stop by the article and check here. You can also go to howtoentrepreneur.org/FreshBooks, or again, stop by the website. So number 8, get your office supplies. So as a notary business owner, you're going to have administrative work, of course, and you'll have to sign documents, mail them, fax them, and perform other administrative and entrepreneurial tasks. So getting the right office supplies, including your desk, lighting, and dedicated business line, getting your productivity documents, and making sure your environment is pleasant, all of that is going to make you much more efficient, productive, and have a more fulfilling day. So I have, again, more resources here to help you with starting this notary business, and I'm really hoping that all of these resources help you to get off the ground with your notary business, help you to make it as successful as you can be. So this post is the 23 best home office supplies every entrepreneur needs. I'm hoping that post can help you, give you some ideas and maybe something you might have forgotten. And also the G Suite review. If you don't currently use G Suite to collaborate or to save your documents, you should check it out. Check it out and see how it can help you. I use it on a daily basis. So as a notary business, you'll be having a lot of content, a lot of different documents and things like that you'll be sending different places. So it's probably really going to be a lot of storage demand for that, and you might really want to check out G Suite. For eVoice is my number 1 recommendation for when you're ready to get an alternative business phone line. So I have a full review including video on them as well. Basically, at some point, once you're getting phone calls, you don't want everyone to call your personal phone line. It makes it more difficult for you to tell who's a business contact and who is a personal contact. So eVoice is a really good service because they'll actually record. You can have a recorded line. You can also set up a call tree. So once the demand, so many people are calling, you can actually set up that system where it says press 1 for this, press 2 for this, and it can help to filter out and to help you to know what the call is about before you answer. Sometimes it might even be a solicitor that's calling you, and you can just say, I don't have time for that right now, you know. So eVoice can really help with your productivity. And Grasshopper is a very similar service. I've included it here because I know it's very similar and popular, but eVoice is honestly my top recommendation. Number 9, systemize your process. Once you've learned how to perform each service you'll offer and how to do the other tasks required to run your business, it's imperative you systemize those processes. You want to be able to offer consistency, high quality, and a good overall impression to your clients, vendors, and employees. So when you have systems in place, it helps to ensure the consistency can be offered. Number 10, reinvest and scale. So once you're getting cash flow, it's important you make sure to cycle a portion of it back into improving your products and services, making more people aware you exist, saving for upcoming opportunities, improving your skills, and hiring the people that you need. Udemy is a great vendor for courses that can help you sharpen your skills, whether you need to sharpen your skills on accounting, or maybe legal, or maybe maybe you need to sharpen your skills on bookkeeping, or the different things, maybe even advertising. Udemy has a lot of great courses on that stuff, and so I highly recommend you check them out when you're looking for professional development courses, and that it can be available at howtoentrepreneur.org/Udemy, or by stopping by the article. And then finally, Zenefits is a human resource service. They offer consulting and they offer payroll software, and I definitely recommend them when you're looking to start hiring, or even before you hire. They have consultation services that you can look into, so that when you hire, you do it right. There's so many compliance things that can come up when you get into the human resources and hiring portion. So you just want to make sure you do it right. So that's definitely a service that I recommend, and you can see my full review on them as well as Gusto, who is actually an alternative that you can check out. But for Gusto, it's just the software, whereas Zenefits, they offer the software, and then you can also have different options for the services, and you can even have options for giving your employees benefits like healthcare and different things. They'll help you make those benefits packages really nice. So, are you ready to start your notary business? The goal of this article was to show you how to start a notary business, or this video. So hopefully you've gotten the details that you need to decide whether this is a good option for you, and to decide whether you want to take action. And I explain all these concepts in much more detail in my Business Growth Blueprint e-course and my full video course on creating your full minimum viable business plan at Wealthy Affiliate. So I have lots of resources available for you, both here on How to Entrepreneur and through the partnership that I have with Wealthy Affiliate. So you can get access to my e-course and all of my free bonuses by signing up. Now, the e-course is not a part of the free membership at Wealthy Affiliate. It's actually a part of the annual premium membership. So you can get access to part of it for premium monthly membership, and then you get access to part of it for premium annual membership. So check that out. And you'll also get 7 days of free coaching with me, 10 lessons of internet marketing training, and 2 free websites you can try out. So let's get started building your notary business if you're ready. And that's all I have for this video. I'm hoping it was really helpful for you. If it was, please give a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, where I do product and service reviews, as well as buyer's guides and growth strategies to help you grow a business from idea to full-time income, and from full-time income to enterprise, then subscribe to this channel and click the bell icon so you can be notified of upcoming videos. Now, like I said, I mentioned my Business Growth Blueprint. So definitely check that out if you haven't already. And that's all I have for this video, and I really hope to see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye.